Final story, Philadelphia Eagles here in LA against the Chargers tonight. They're coming off back-to-back losses. And weirdly, over the weekend, a giant inflatable rabbit emerged in the Philadelphia locker room. Colin, this is mystifying. It's being referred to as the Vibes Bunny or the Positivity Bunny to boost morale.
Yeah, this feels desperate.
Well, I don't know we still don't know who put this thing in there, but here's Saquon Barkley on the bunny in the locker room.
I have no idea. I'm not into like holidays and like bunnies and Christmas. I do the Christmas stuff. I got kids, but like I'm not really big like joyful holiday person, I guess. So I don't know why. I think that's really the only spot we can pit a big bunny. But I was told it's a vibe bunny, and the vibes are high. So there we go.
So you didn't sign off on him being in front of your locker?
Definitely didn't sign off on it being in front of my locker. Not at all.
I went 3-1 on my picks, and I have Philadelphia tonight.
I like that.
I would literally pull my bet off the board after watching that. That is like...
So who did, you think Sirianni ordered this? Is it Big Dom? Is this the GM? Like A.J. Brown? What's going on here?
Doesn't it feel like you're trying way too hard? They're not losing because of vibes. They're losing because they have no run game.
It's gimmicky.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not of Philadelphia.
Okay. I wanted to do this clip because I think people are taking this a little too seriously. Listen, is this my brand? Is this the things that I like? Absolutely not. But I think what people have to understand is that locker rooms and seasons can be such a grind. And especially when you win a Super Bowl. Like this team, a lot of these guys, Jalen, Devontae, AJ, I know Lane Johnson is injured right now, but Lane Johnson, like Mailata, like these guys have been, Super Bowl 2023 rough, Super Bowl, trying to get to another Super Bowl. And like you do little things just because. I always try to emphasize this to people that like the conversations that happen in locker rooms and on the sidelines in the middle of the game, the NFC Championship game, you're on the sideline. You're not just talking X's and O's. You're not like, you could be talking about a million different things. Some girl you just met last night, someone who sent you a DM, a bizarre moment when you were 12 years old. I remember when I was 12 years old, blah, 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 blah. Like the most insane, crazy, unhinged stuff just comes to light in the most random moments you could ever imagine. Like that's just the way, that's just how it goes. That's how you like stay loose. That's how you stay fresh. Like it's not always just X's and O's. That gotta win, gotta compete. Go all out. And that's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. And again, this is not my brand. And if this was in front of my locker room, like Saquon said, like in front of my locker, like I don't want it there. But you could even see like he's smiling about it. He's like, I don't know what this is. And, and again, right, I agree, right? They're not losing because of vibes or whatever. But like, sometimes little things like this are just done just to be like, we got to relieve a little pressure. That's why they have, as the, First Things First keeps joking about like the toys toolbox, whatever the heck they said, taking the toys, something, the 6 T's or whatever it is. Like that is why you have all of this other random stuff. Like if you ever watch any of the films, the Eagles put out a lot of this type of stuff. A lot of this, a lot of shorts of them just like in the locker room playing, having, whatever it is, getting interviewed, having jokes, making jokes and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, like that is the energy that you try to put out there. Doesn't mean that you're not putting in work. Doesn't mean that you're not focused. Doesn't mean that you're not getting after it. But it is just kind of like, we kind of got to loosen up a little bit. And that's all something like this is. Because they're already doing the work. Sirianni reportedly is more involved in the game plan for the offense than he has ever been, which is maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing. Who knows? Saquon already said that he's really excited about the change that they're making. Of course, what is he going to say? I don't like what we're making, but still, like they are at least trying to do something. Whether they do it or not, whether you watch the game tonight and be like, I see something different, we have to wait and see. But I don't like, I don't want to. At first, because I saw this on a meme page, I thought it was a joke. I thought they just like superimposed it, and they were like, "Look, the Eagles are trying to have the vibes bunny," and I was just like, "Haha, that's not really that funny of a meme." And then it's like real, and I'm like, "Okay, well, what are you gonna do?" So again, I just want to emphasize that, like, I'm not like, this is a great thing. Like, I'm not gonna pull a Nick Wright and be like, I love this, or Brew, where he says, I don't like this, I love this, where they're like, this is great, this is what championship winning teams do, blah 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 blah. It's like, I'm not gonna go that far or say any of that type of stuff, but I just think something like this is, weird stuff like this happens in all the locker rooms. You just don't always hear about it. I'm not saying every locker room has an inflatable bunny, but like, there's just always lots of crazy stuff that happens. It just is what it is. But right now the Eagles are under a microscope, understandably so. And so it is all about the Chargers, all about the Eagles taking care of business. Kansas City Chiefs fans definitely rooting for the Eagles tonight to save their playoff hopes. All in all, the vibes bunny, let's see what it brings tonight. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the vibes bunny? What do you think about locker room morale and boosting it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.